My name's Roger. I came to the United States back when I was 3 years old. I think I'm 50 now. Born in 1964. Yeah, November 1964, 25th, so I'm close to 50. So I've been here in the United States for, 47 years, right around that. 46, 47 years. My dad actually owned his own company in Cuba, which was through Radio Shack. And in 1970 or 1971, when Castro took over, he pretty much comes into your business, is how it works. Even though you own it and it's yours, he comes into your business and pretty much tells you, you work for us now. You no longer own this. We're going to cut you out a check at the end of the week or the end of the month, and that's it. So my dad decided it was time to head for the hills. We ended up in Miami in a one-bedroom house. Now we were mom, dad, 2 sisters, 2 brothers. We were 5 kids, mom and dad. We ended up poor. When I say poor, you have no idea. We were in a one-bedroom house in a little area over there in Miami, and we lived there for a while. My dad finally established a business here in Miami as a TV technician, still in the same business, radios, TVs, and all that. And little by little, we ended up in a house and went from there. Wasn't a place that I wanted to stay when I decided I was going to get married, so I told my wife, we're going to move to a little town that I know. My uncle used to actually live in a town called Fort Meade, Doctor. And I told her, we're going to move over there with my uncle. And she said, all right. We got married and we moved here a week after we got married. My first job here was a dairy. I worked as a dairy farmer milking cows, literally. We got family, their last name is Nickerson Dairy. My cousin's married into them, so they told me, oh yeah, if you move over here, we'll give you a job, no problem, blah, blah. They didn't actually tell me what it was like to work in a dairy though. So I worked there for about a week till the cow beat me up. And I ended up going outside to rest in a car and woke up the next morning and just drove off and went home. I called my cousin's father-in-law up and I explained to him dairy wasn't going to work for me, which is a family joke every time we see them now because they always offer me a dairy job. From there, I went to seafood industry, delivering seafood, and then I went into automotive. Worked doing transmissions. I knew how to work on transmissions, so I did that for several years. And at the shop I was doing transmissions, the owner there, the painter, needed help, so he got me to help him just like what we were doing back there, master the car, do this, do that. And before I knew it, I was painting. That was my painting course. So I've been doing it now for 20 something years, because I painted for him for probably 3-4 years before I came here. I got into Bartow Ford through a friend of ours that's actually still with the paint company. He's the one that got me a job in Bartow Ford. Back then it was Paul Long was the manager. We were at the other dealership where Scotty's is. And I've been here since. I've jumped from so many jobs. So I didn't have a clue. I definitely didn't know I was gonna paint. This is good. 17 to 19 years. I should be going on my 4 weeks vacation. It's a good company. You know, this company's not going nowhere. It's been here a long time. We're definitely growing. I mean, body shop's definitely fixing to start growing. We get along, even though there's ups and downs like any company you're gonna go to. But at the end, the results are good. Stability. You know you're gonna come to work and there's work for you to do. You got a job. What do I like the most about my job? Honestly, the results of a job when you're done with it. You take a job that's just an old beater that's been wrecked, all beat up, and when you're done with it at the end of the day, you look at it and say, man, I did that. You know, if you lose that in whatever you're doing, you're not gonna do your best at it. I mean, really, no matter what you're doing. So it's not just work all the time. When you do that, you can that's when you bring the fun into work. You're like, this is part of my job. We do a lot. I do a lot with my kids. As much time as I can spend with them. We vacation as much as we can. Sports. I get my kids in every sport I can to do stuff with them. Anything, I mean anything. Just going out to eat, just doing anything. Going out with a bunch of friends, as many people as we can go out with, just to make it a bigger crowd and more fun, actually. I mean, I'm into motocross and we race four-wheelers. We're into archery. We're into jet skis and stuff. We come here in the break room. Everybody talks about what they do on the weekend, and so everyone pretty much knows what everybody does. I would say it's a great company. It's been a great company for as long as I've been here.